Good morning everyone, how are you doing? You are watching Puka GT and I'm Clark. I hope you are having a good Thursday. I am so far, despite the weather here. Luke, I see you in the chat already, buddy. Sorry to hear you're still off work, but really happy to see you on the stream with me this morning. Because I'm going to jump right over to my main camera right away here. Luke, who had essentially bowed out of the competition this week apparently, after our lobby session last night, hopped on the time trial and got that coveted time of under 150. So congratulations, man, phenomenal. And as always, keeping me on my toes right until the end every week, so loving it. So today's session, it's going to be similar to Tuesday morning's one, if you saw it. So I'll be spending about an hour working on quali. I'll dive into about an hour of daily races, and then I'm going to close with more quali time. So part of that is designed to up my race pace, but also get me qualifying slightly further up the grid. Like, my quali time is pretty good as it is right now. I think the lowest I qualified so far this week is 6th, but as you can see, as the week goes on, the times do get more competitive. So this is part of me just keeping pace with the pack. F1N Plays, how you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat. So Luke, I'm not sure if you saw my message on Discord there. I was just asking if you had saved a copy of that replay. I would love to give it a quick review on the stream, see where your strengths are in the Viper versus mine, and find where I can get some time from. If I remember right, looking at Ance's lap yesterday, it's the chicane and the Ascari was probably the place I could improve the most. So that's probably what I'll be starting working on this morning. Load in a ghost lap here though, and we'll dive right into it. Just even to start getting warmed up, shaking some of the cobwebs loose. Saved and shared. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm not going to dive in here yet. I'm going to go straight into looking at Luke's lap. How are you getting on, F1N Plays? Are you playing this morning? How's your hand, Luke? Is it feeling any better? Imagine it's probably still quite stiff. Sea monkey, where are you? There you are, right at the bottom. Okay, add it to my collection before I forget. Let's give this a watch. No, at work. What do you work at? Aren't you able to tune into the stream? That's handy. Yeah, you know, as I mentioned to you, I've had that same break you've had, Luke, 3 times. It's normally a combination of breaks between these 2 fingers and particularly that bone there. And unfortunately, the last time I did it, my hand never fully recovered. You'll see my knuckle is almost kind of recessed a little bit there. I know it's small, you might not see it too clearly on the stream. But yeah, since then, I've almost got like this, sometimes, like particularly when it's cold, almost like an elastic band feeling, almost like tightening my hand between kind of like my baby finger and my wrist. So I hope you have a better recovery than I do. All that I'd recommend to you is see a physio. I did each time, and I reckon it's the reason that I don't have more arthritis and problems, given how much I have broken my hands. Which, as you can tell, I like playing guitar, I like gaming, so having good hand health is actually important to me despite all the injuries. It's a combination of things, martial arts, boxing, basketball, skateboarding, snowboarding, broken my fingers and hands doing all those different things. Broken a lot of bones, actually. Was just into too many dodgy sports as a kid. You'd think I'd learn. Ah, nice. That's a class, man. You'll have to forgive me. Excavator, is that different than just a digger? I can tell you, you have my son's dream job right now. He loves those things so much. They're so cool. I'd say they're a lot of fun to use. Okay, so let's see. Wow, so you're putting in some fairly solid 150s leading up to this, Luke. Like, what's that, of 8 laps, 4 of them under 151? That's class, man. This is Ant's design on Luke's Viper here again. So what's your line here? Okay, yeah, similar to myself. Little nudge of the throttle. Very nice. Let me see that again. So I'm looking at your throttle here. Sorry, one more time. There's a bit to take in here. You have a different approach here to me, but a very similar line, which is interesting. So you go down to second for the rotation. You go into third on the curb. Yeah. And this is where it's different. I'm fairly sure I go to 100% throttle, lift more, and then back onto 100%, where you're a bit more gradual but a bit more steady. So I'm curious as to which one ends up being faster through here. So yeah, you pump to 60 there for a little bit, back to 50. Small lift. Yeah, your lift, you see, this is what I'd be interested to see, if my approach or your approach is faster on this corner specifically. Because you're using less throttle as a max kind of threshold, but you're more gradual and steady with it, so it looks smoother anyway. Okay, just clean and steady through there. I like that. Okay, and you keep it in fourth. Very interesting. I'm terrible at that corner, so I'm going to try that. Sorry, what was your braking point there? Third, nice trailing. Yeah, you're a lot faster on the throttle there as well. On the wide side there. I think you could find time in that last corner. Interesting. It's like incredible lap, dude. Yeah, what's really interesting is, apart from 3 of the corners, our approach is almost identical. Like, we're shifting gears at a very similar rate, following a very similar line. So yeah, coaching helped you with consistency. Yeah, nice one, dude. Glad you got a good benefit from it. Look, let me just show you my own lap here for comparison. And well, if you want to take a look at the data logger as well here. It was interesting. I'm not sure if you saw on the stream last night with Ants. He is, what is he? He's 3/10 up on me. And when I was going through our laps yesterday, by the time we had reached sector 3, I was actually up on him on my best lap versus his. It's just completely lost out at the end compared to him. He lost a good bit of time to me on the second chicane, which was interesting. So I'd say he could go, like, he could probably find another 2-3 tenths if he wanted. Okay, you're definitely using more throttle than me there. Steadier with it too. Relatively similar line. So watch this. Okay, I'm actually on third before I hit the curb there. It's the curb is kind of like my last chance saloon for it. It's as soon as I know I'm going to make the line onto the curb, I shift to third. Then watch my throttle here. So I pump it to 100 quickly. Still at 100 until about the time I reach the next curb. But then I'm completely off it. But then quite quickly back to 100. I'd be very curious to see who gains or loses time there. You definitely have me beat on that corner. Bit of hesitation there. Third. Definitely have me beat on that corner. Yeah, so you're roughly 3/10 up from me there. You were at about a 1:13.0 there, if I remember right. So I think it's possible I was actually a little faster out of Ascari and probably a little faster on this one to keep the gap at only about 3/10. So we're 3.5 tenths up there going into sector 3. Yeah, no, look, we're just, it's something I love to see, Luke, because we're kind of getting to the point that, like, our skills are increasing, that, you know, the differences are just real marginal kind of things now, the things that make a difference of like a few tenths or a few hundredths, or in some weeks gone by a few thousandths. I can't remember which week it was, but there was one where I think I had the better time than you by 1,000th of a second, and I got it on the Sunday night. Let's take a look at the data logger here. And where is my controller gone? I'm charging over here. Dragon Trail, that was it, yeah. Jack, sorry, I didn't see you join the chat there. How are you getting on, man? Good to see you. Lads, if I could ask a favor, if you haven't done already, if you could just hit the like button for me. It will push it out to more people on YouTube. Grow our little family. Our handsome family. And 153.01. Okay. Neck and neck. So different approaches to the first chicane, but as you can see, it pretty much balances to zero. You went through it a good bit faster, but then I had the better exit speed, which brought us level again. So yeah, I wouldn't read too much from that one between us. Now here, this is the big one. I'm really curious to see who is faster here. So we're braking at the exact same point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're a lot faster. Interesting. And I like your approach too, and the fact that it doesn't feel as risky not having to go to 100, just kind of more steady throttle throughout. And then the point is when we leave, we're both we both reach 100 at about the same time, but your revs are probably just remaining that bit higher. Let's actually see that. Gear I don't need to see, RPM. Yeah, look at that. Once your throttle. That is the most unusual looking brake trace I've ever seen, Luke. It's like you went full pressure and then released, and it's the oddest looking brake trace shape I've ever seen. I don't even know how you do that. It's like you can see the... Yeah, exactly as I was saying. So my throttle input completely drops off then. And yours just climbs steady. So yeah, you just that bit more revs makes the difference. And look at our speeds there. So you're at 130, I'm at 127. Okay, so that's something I can massively improve then. So you're at 1.5 tenths by the time we reach the other corner. Okay, interestingly, you're braking maybe about 10 meters, 15 meters earlier than I am. Here, you drop your speed a good bit more. Then again, you're probably faster on the throttle here. Kind of negligible. Balance out with that one, actually. If anything, I think I took about a 100th off you there. Just surprising me, because I do tend to faff that corner a bit. I just happened to get it good on my good lap, but I'd say I lost a good bit of time on this one. So yeah, you're braking a little later, and then you kept it in fourth, I remember. And I bet you if we take a look at throttle input, you are a good bit earlier on throttle. Yeah, look at that. So relatively similar time we start. You're maybe about 2 or 3 meters ahead of me, but you're way heavier on it. Whereas I'm like a real slow, then ramp up once I know I've made it. Whereas you're putting a bit more trust in the car there. Which I would say this puts you really far ahead, actually. Not as much as I thought. Okay, still 3 tenths before we enter the final sector practically. Oh wow, look how much faster through a scar you are as well. I think it's just that final corner did you in a bit, man. It did look quite wide on the replay. Yeah, man, look at that. You got 1.5 tenths to find there on that last corner, man. If you want it. I mean, don't do it. I need to beat you, but... Do you see this as well, going across the green? Where my line is there. It's not much, but it does make the difference of a few hundredths if you're really pushing. And if you really want to... Like in my case, I'll be doing it today because I do want to get under 150. So, sorry Jack. Oh, good lads. Yeah, just having morning tea. Any of you done the time trial challenge on America Fisherman's one? No, I actually haven't done a time trial in a while now. I've been so focused on daily racing. He did it gold last night and it was crazy hard. Yeah, one of the time trial challenges nearly broke one of the lads in the community a few weeks ago. He was really bothered by it, how difficult he found it. Note to self, properly charge that controller. Getting me coffee. You not drink coffee, Jack, no? More of a tea man. Bring on the ghost for a while, at least while I'm warming up. Probably that one 8-sector dirt track. It wasn't a dirt one. Yeah, I can't remember. Was there a time trial challenge that went along with the new Porsche? Or was there a Nürburgring one a while ago? Because I haven't looked at them in so long. So, just going to do a bit of a tourist lap here. Just to... So I need to get over that one a bit more. Actual throttle and just steady up. Actually, where are you shifting there, Luke? I forgot to check that. That's something I've gone back and forth a lot on. Shifting to second mid-corner or after. Now with this one, simulating it here. So you're down to second. You're on to third here. You're about to that. Yeah, you actually have more. I need to get a better feel for my throttle, I think. Yeah. Because I remember you go to 60 and then you hold at 50 around there. Yeah, when even at that speed, when I'm that more aggressive on the throttle, I tend to spin out. Do you like your caramel macchiatos? Bit of a sweet tooth on yourself? One thing Tom Soft was saying to me in the coaching session, and Wolfie has said it to me too, that there's like a confidence issue for me in the car, like not trusting what the car will do, but at the same stage when I push it I tend to spin out. Okay, yeah, So I thought I went to about 50% brake trace there, but look where that is. That's only at about 30. And it's going to make the difference for me here. Or sorry, not brake, accelerator. What you like about your rig. It's not the most expensive, but you're still competitive. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, my thoughts on a good rig versus a bad rig is it's probably not going to make you better. It's just maybe going to be a bit more fun. That's about it, really. There are arguments to be made for the load cell, but I don't know. Some people even at professional level hate them. Wait, what gear did you say you were in there, Luke? First chicane. Are you going into second mid-corner or after? Just messing up my line more than anything. Hey Ants, how you doing, man? Good to see you. On the first S, I was just wondering where you're shifting up to second. Are you doing it after you leave the S, or are you doing it mid-S? And with the car, I'm short shifting. Oh, just in general, you're short shifting. So what? Before it hits 7, so... Am I running R8? No, I'm still in the Viper, dude. Reckon first, Luke. Okay. The thing I prefer about first is the throttle in first allows me to rotate around the final part of that S. was a penalty. And the angle was off. He's, yeah, struggling to get back into it this morning. I take it people are excited for the F1 over the weekend. Any predictions? Too late there. Felt okay. Oh, that's the one you keep in fourth. So just remember to try that. Slower for me there, keeping it in fourth. I think you broke a good bit earlier, and then you were definitely faster on the throttle. I was thinking that was too good to be true. Also a penalty. So I'll get them out of the way this lap. That's what I love about our racing styles. They're different but getting faster, and we are helping each other improve, because not long ago we were middle to low D rank. Now we're battling in C rank. Battling in B rank even this week. I know what you mean, dude. Like, I'm feeling the progress and I'm loving it. That's messed up my next lap as well. Okay, I'll just kick it off again. With the coaching, it helped you with getting more comfortable with making mistakes and carrying on with laps. Yeah, I was doing that yesterday, and I will start with that now. I just haven't entered a bit of a flow state yet. I'm still experimenting with individual corners here. Sorry, yeah, B rank, yeah. No, it's hard to keep track of. We're climbing fast. Too much. Gravel on the gravel. So we messed up sector 3 a lot there. Sorry, let's see. I thank you, Puka, for what you do at this competition we have, because it is the sole reason why I've improved and got used to the rig as well. Yeah, no, you too, dude. Like, I think more than anybody else, you have pushed me along as well. And don't think I have you on my PSM friends list. No worries. I had a bit of a revelation there over the last few laps. I'm starting to realize that what I thought I was doing with the throttle isn't what's actually happening. What I thought was about 60-70% application is only about 30, and I'm realizing that I actually can press it in a little further and the car actually stays steady. It's not that I was on off with the throttle, but I was kind of 30, 40, 100 and nothing in between. Whereas there's this extra little spot in between that I'm feeling with my foot here that is feeling good, particularly around that second chicane. I want to see if I can build on that now. Touch the grass. Damn. I'm trying your fourth gear approach to that corner now, Luke, just to see if I can make it work for me. F1M plays. I'm barely holding on to my Brie rank as I had a run of races the other night where I kept getting shunted off the track. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Is that a penalty? Probably is. I didn't get a penalty there. Interesting, I was quite aggressive over the curb. Sorry, I see your message. With that corner line for the curb and change to fourth just before hitting the curb, I think then put the throttle down. Car should pull itself out. Is that the one you're keeping in fourth, you mean? I'm just not getting tied in enough on the corner. Need to adjust my braking. I think the point is okay. I just might need to give the brake a little more. I was also carrying a little more speed there than I have been in previous laps. Interesting, that felt a lot slower, but I kind of kept up with one of my better efforts there. Chicane's going okay for me this morning. It's the other corners where the problem is. I just pushed that little bit too much. I am getting a whole new feeling for the throttle going through that second chicane though. Mostly feels good. Brake, go down to third, then before the curb, select fourth. Selecting third, you get the rotation. Yeah, that's what I had been doing, but I'm fairly sure you kept it in fourth the whole time, Luke, when I was reviewing your replay. Too much throttle after turn 1 turn in. Okay, let's check. So yeah, I'm experimenting with that corner more than any of the others right now. That's why I'm spinning out on it more. I feel it's my weakest corner on the track still. No, you're sure you went down to third. Okay, Luke, good to know. Jack. Lovely that time shift up second earlier on exit. I've been shifting up as soon as possible in all 3 cars I've tried. Might do a few laps on Viper today and see how I go. Only done 1 lap in it. Yeah, no, it does take getting used to though. Bad line there. Terrible line. Sorry, losing focus here. Feels like a bulky monster. Yeah, it is a bit. It's not quite as squirrely as I was expecting. Like, it's not as prone to oversteer as I was expecting. Because I remember trying it at Daytona a few weeks ago and I found it almost undrivable there. But again, like yourself, Jack, I didn't really give it a proper chance. I only did a couple laps in it. But I have to say, in the actual races itself, given the straights of MONZA, when you're in the Viper and you're just constantly pulling up on people, it's sweet. It's nice to feel dangerous on the straights. Oh, I took the second on the first curb there. Not sure what I was thinking. Braking too late there again now all of a sudden. Need to move it back. Planted bulky monster. Okay, I need to stop resetting the laps and actually just start driving through because I'm not making progress like this right now. I'll try to pause and check in on the chat every lap or so, but need to be a little more head down. I'm not ready for a daily race yet either. Just putting my pace anywhere near where it was last night. Oh, that was out of nowhere. 150.8. I slipped on the grass. If there's one thing I'm struggling a bit with this car that I noticed earlier on in the week, it's gauging the width of it. It's definitely wider. The reference points that I'd normally have in my HUD aren't quite working out for me. Let's actually check that. So let's see. Normally I would consider that to be wheel on the line, but as you can see I'm kind of on the grass there. So it's, I think it's when it's at the When the white line is touching the 4 on my tachometer, I'm guessing that's my wheels on it. Just off. Okay. Okay, so that's actually a good one. Do you see the point on the 4 on the tachometer? That's basically where my wheels are. So do not go beyond that point, essentially. And then on the other side, I'm guessing the 160. Assuming it's symmetrical. I'm not quite straight. Okay, yeah, about the same. Okay, I'll try work with that. My line did me in a bit there. Just wasn't far enough over on the first curb. Bad line again. I think I might have accidentally found something that will allow me to get some time there though. Also, I think I might be turning too late there. Too deep. Okay. Okay, I just need to turn in sooner, but I noticed all the other times the Ghost was carrying a good bit more speed than me off the brake. Whereas I was level with it there, but then it veered to the left before I did. Sorry lads if I'm not as talkative, I'm trying to get the work in. See, we've got 2 new subscribers since the stream started. Thanks so much, whoever you are. Really appreciate it. Okay, some battle music.
Please like and subscribe.
Nothing psychs me
like
more.
And subscribe.
Tell him, Lando.
Please like and subscribe.
Faster through, slower out. Tale as old as time. Okay, so I need to remember to turn in earlier here. Yeah, he's turning hard at the 50. Sorry, Ants, message from yourself. T1, try and approach slower so you open up the exit more. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, I actually really like your line into turn 1 and the later braking as well. Might go back, give that another try. Sorry. I was getting some odd sounds in the room there. It sounds like my MacBook's fan is on overdrive, whatever's going on with it. But yeah, keep the tips coming, guys. Really appreciate any feedback or help you can offer me. Still very much so in the experimentation phase here. Which might not make for the most engaged viewing, but this is just something I'm trying. This is stuff that I used to do by myself every week. And I thought, look, if I'm playing the game, may as well be streaming. I'll let you tell me if it's worth watching or not. But I like just being able to have the chats with you as I do so as well. Ooh, track limit. Are you kidding me? Must have been too aggressive over the first curb. Stick with it though. I need to practice all the corners. Alright, I'm going to try turn in aggressive at the 50 here. Just need to slow it down more. Maybe trail into it. Tiny bit earlier from 5th to 6th, so just in general, short shifting. I think Luke mentioned the same earlier. Say about here. That's me being too aggressive in between the 2 curbs there. It does cost me a lot. Yeah, 50 just feels too early. Kept it in second there, interestingly. I don't have a lot of time to find here on the Scary. New benchmark. A bit faster. Definitely find time with this next one. Kept it in second last time accidentally. Too wide, no. It's a gun. Two sub 151s in a row. That's good progress. Too much. Alright, Lance. I found in turn 1, if you exit on first and just give it half throttle and go to second, it help with exit speed. I really think you're going to find time if you go to it earlier in turn 1 second. Yeah, I've tried it before that I've been in second as I touched the second curb. I don't know, I haven't found it to be better or worse. The only advantage I've found to keeping it in first gear is it sometimes gives me a little more rotation coming out. Like I can use the throttle to steer the car a tiny bit. Struggling to get on that curb as well. It's those 2 curbs just gone. That's where I think I'm going to find the most time. Yeah, I'll try what you're suggesting there for a chicane now, Lance. Do exactly what I'm doing now, just shift the second a bit earlier. Okay. No. Okay. Fair play, dude. Thanks. I'm finding myself with plenty of reasons to owe you a beer this week, Ants. Thanks again, dude. Between the tips and the livery designs you've provided for the group. But yeah, you see, I'm really suffering on those 2 corners just gone. Cheers, dude. Too wide. Yeah, I'm getting frequent under 151s now, so this is good signs. All the pleasure, dude. Cheers! Okay, let's give this another try. Yeah, it's definitely helping a lot. Because I'm only 300ths down right now, and I was like, what was it, almost 2/10 up last time, so it was just, I was just a little worse through the corner in general, but that's a great tip, dude. I'm gonna permanently incorporate that one now. Bad angle. Let's work on these 2. These are the main 2 giving me problems. Why can't I get over that stupid corner? Keep going, bro. You'll make it. Cheers, Luke. Appreciate the encouragement. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm actually kind of happy to even spend this entire session just focused on the quali right now, to be honest. I'm enjoying it too much. Some people say quali doesn't translate to race pace. For me, it does. Like, you do need both, absolutely, and if you spend the entire week in quali, it's a bit of a shell shock when you swap over to a race, but I've done a few races now, and I've noticed my pace is a problem, so I need to up my consistency on my corners, know what I'm doing a bit better, and that will translate to race pace. Whoa, look how much I'm up. Turning too late. That corner just gone, guys. Shout out your tips for me on that one. I don't know why I'm not getting the curb. Missing the apex each time. Oh god. Where's Freeze when you need him? He's straight in with a hot tip there. Try not to crash into the wall. You cut that corner quite aggressively. Yeah, no, I just, I'm struggling to reach that corner. I keep going wide a bit. Damage is gone, good. Gave me help with consistency, I think. Muscle memory of learning a track definitely makes you stronger in a race, yeah. I think it's just more, if you go in thinking good quality pace is all you need, you'll come out disappointed. Finally hit it. I'm slower. I really had to hit the brakes hard to reach it. Whoa, what's going on? Something went on. I don't know if that was traction with the car, but my Fanatec wheel just went limp there. There was no resistance in it. Never really felt that before. My wheel did it yesterday. I had to restart the game for feedback to return. No, it's back now anyway. But yeah, just went completely limp there. Probably should have shifted earlier there. Progressing a bit here. Puka, try it without the ghost, maybe getting in your way. You know what, you might be right. It's definitely going into sector 2 there. It's a bit distracting. May as well roll the roulette wheel, take a small break, see if I have more luck there. Oh hey Track Fury. Sorry, I hadn't seen you join there. Good to see you again, buddy. Yeah, have that car already. We sell it for a few bob. I just don't know how you benefit from a 0.4 ghost. Like, would you not just be better leaving it off entirely? I do feel the ghost helps me a bit in sector 3 still, so I'm gonna miss it for that. So it forces you to look down the track more. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If it's not something you're doing naturally, then yeah, the ghost would definitely help you there. It's something I try to make a point of every day while I'm racing if I notice I'm not doing it, but instead of looking at the corner I'm going through, look about where I want the car to go. It's just a piece of advice I hear repeated ad nauseum. You did a 49 in the Viper. Hey, was it a personal best or? Defo better than you thought. Glad to hear it. Jeez. I'll improve more yet. Shifted a bit too early there. You're done with this track, though burnt out. Found out that the oil, body and engine does actually have an impact on your performance in racing quali. Oh, interesting. So it's not just neuroses being the only thing driving me to check up on it every now and then. .9 probs can do it, do PB in it, to be honest. Yeah, know what you mean in terms of burnout. Definitely feeling it this morning, like after going from a nighttime stream till midnight and then jumping back on at 9. It shows you how much I love it. Bounced too hard on the curb. Oh, it's a shame. Would have been an okay lap. about 15 Beetles in the garage. Love that car. Nice. Okay, damage is gone. Good. Spicy. Nah, can't be arsed this track no more, you're done. Just burnt out. There we go, that's a bit better. Let's go in there a bit wider. Might do some Route 4 from the back, see how that goes. Yeah, let us know how you get on with that. Be interesting with the Citroen gone. I wonder what the meta is in there at the moment. I haven't checked it all week. You know, there's something I used to say to my guitar students a lot back in the day when they'd be getting discouraged, because guitar is really, for a lot of people, it's very, very difficult to get started with. More people drop out than stick with it. But it's something I've played most of my life at this point, and I'm quite good at it. Like, I wouldn't be a master by any respects, but like I'd be an advanced player. And I'm not musically talented, not by a long shot. I got good at it because I tried and failed and kept trying and trying and trying and trying, and over the course of 10 years got quite decent at it. And now 30 years later, I'm very handy with it. So, like, my superpower with guitar wasn't natural talent, it was the ability to power through failure and not get discouraged. And I have to remind myself sometimes in this game that it's the same process. It's just a case of powering through the failure, taking the lessons with you on the things that don't work, and just trying and trying and trying again until eventually you get there. So that's something that definitely lets me power through burnout and enjoy sessions like this, because even though it looks on the board like I'm not making progress, I know deep down that I am. If you watch it while in the bath, is that considered gay? Each to their own, man. I think it depends what you do in the bath. Just don't plug your phone in while you're at it. Actually, sorry, just side story, there was a court case I saw a couple of weeks ago, I think it was in the UK, where a woman electrocuted herself while using her phone in the bath. But then, that's the headline, but then you read the article and you found out that she took like a 4-gang extension plug into the bath with her and left it resting on the edge of the bath, and that fell in and electrocuted her. It's like, maybe it wasn't the phone? I don't know. I'd be careful with that, Jack. I might give you something sexy to look at. Puka, get in here.
Like and subscribe to Puka GT.
Just gonna kick this off again. Yeah, some people. So true, I restarted my session till I was matching the ghost in turn 1, then moved on. Yep. Nice. Actually, another side stories for you. This was one that I grew up hearing, like, the urban legend about, and maybe you guys did too. But the reason why a lot of coffee cups have caution hot contents on them now is because a woman sued McDonald's for burning herself with coffee. And I know the line at the time, and everyone was parroting the same thing. Oh yeah, God, it's so stupid that we have to have warning signs on coffee cups for something so stupidly obvious. But what I only found out years after the fact is that that mentality was actually spread by McDonald's during the court case, because the woman was taking them to task over something that was negligence. They were boiling their water at 200 degrees and she had left her coffee cup on her lap and it had splashed her a bit and it had burnt her to the bone, like through the thighs. Like, I've seen photos of it. It's horrible. And, you know, you're there just hearing, oh God, some idiot now, you know, burnt himself with coffee. Of course coffee's hot. No, McDonald's were boiling their coffee at 200 degrees Celsius. So Yeah, McDonald's, you want to take me, bro? I got a good legal team. But I'm just kidding. Puka, get in here.
Like and subscribe
Yeah,
to
get him,
Puka
Puka.
GT.
But yeah, it's one of those really interesting kind of stories about like a corporation controlling a media narrative and getting people to parrot something without actually looking into the details of it. So yeah, sorry, not to get too tinfoil hatty on you there, but it's a good story if you ever want to Google it. Anyway, back to racing. My wife 1 week later, Clark, why did we get a cease and desist letter from McDonald's in the post? Other side story, has anybody seen the video of the CEO taking the bite of the burger? McDonald's CEO, it's great stuff. Not necessarily Drag Fury. If it's in a large vat and the steam has nowhere to go, it is actually possible to have water that is hotter than 100 degrees. Now, I'm not a scientist, so you're going to have to not take me up on that. But if you look into the story yourself, you'll see some of the info on it. Now, again, I'm just some guy in the internet, and I probably, Joe Rogan style here, don't have any of my facts in a row without a Jamie to cross-check me. And I'm going off memory of an article that I read several years ago. But headlines is, one thing that I can guarantee you is McDonald's were setting their coffee at an irresponsibly hot temperature, and the judge ruled in favour of the woman who burnt herself. And I have burnt myself with coffee before, and the burn she had in her legs you shouldn't be able to get from a cup of coffee. Did I have a look for that chat delay setting? No, I haven't had a chance because like I finished the stream last night, went to bed, and then woke up, got the kids to school and started this one, so if the chat seems a little bit more delayed this morning, it's because I'm spending just maybe a bit more time than usual looking at the track, so apologies for that. I thought I'd been losing a lot of time in that first chicane, but that's about as good as I've ever done it, and I'm only level. I think I'm losing a good bit of time here too, though. Oh yeah, definitely with the line like that I am. Finally down under 151 again. First time I've got it since I turned off the Ghost. Too late, too late, too late. Okay, let's see how much time is actually left to be found. This next sector. Braking too late again. So, oh, debate about steam. Water boils at different temp at different altitudes, but water can stay in liquid for a total of about 370 degrees Celsius, give or take, in liquid form. Used +4 in the Merc. Thanks for the science check there, Ants. That's cool. I brake on the dirty paths. The dirty paths on which turn? Give or take 270 degrees. 3 and 6. Okay, thanks, Track Fury. Actually know if I can find any more time in the first chicane to get it pretty sweet on my better effort here. Just need to remember to brake a little earlier here. Now. Might be a track limit penalty there. Yeah. A bit too brave with it. This is definitely where I'm losing the most amount of time at the moment. I need to be on the throttle going around the corner, not reaching the other curb. Starting to find time there. It must be slow on the throttle on a Ascari as well, actually. Good to know. Ooh, okay, actually, I need to take a quick 5-minute break and then I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you with your favorite thing ever, Puka TV. See you in a second.
Puka GT. Bleeding through the cars, burning up the streets. Puka GT. For who fury that you just can't beat. He's dodging the prom and he's hitting the gas. He's the golden crack and the head of the class. Puka GT. Puka! 銀河の彼方より機械の軍勢が攻め来るメチャの手話劇この星の運命は俺の走行が未来を切り開くぜ響けプーカ GT 魂のクラッシュスピードの先へ銀河の信者なのだ Go 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 プーカ GT プーカ GT Puka GT, bleeding through the cars, burning up the streets. Puka GT, for who fury that you just can't beat. He's dodging the prom and he's hitting the gas. He's the golden crack and the head of the class. Puka GT, Puka! 銀河の彼方より機械の軍勢が攻め来るメチャの手話劇この星の運命は俺の走行が未来を切り開くぜ響けプーカ GT 魂のクラッシュスピードの先へ銀河の信者なのだ Go 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 プーカ GT プーカ GT Puka GT, bleeding through the cars, burning up the streets. Puka GT, for who fury that you just can't beat.
Get back. Sorry for putting you through that again. So I can eat more curb in a Ascari. Okay. The first curb, I take it you mean? Or maybe even the exit one. The exit one I'm a bit scared of because I tend to get a lot of penalties there. Yeah, let's go fresh. Too loopy there. slow sector 1 for me though. Or sector 2, I mean. Not a bad lap, horrible final turn though. And the penalty. Yeah, whenever I think I have that corner figured out, I start getting penalties on it again. Just not very good at gauging the limit on the first curb. Yo, oh, is there a problem with the chat, Jack? Could you shoot me a message on Discord if the chat is acting up again? Last two messages I have are from Jack saying I can eat more curb and Ascari, and then yo. Oh, you dipped out. Okay. You're back, Luke. Okay, great. Cool. Sorry, just paranoid after the issues last week. You'll let me know of the technicals. Yeah, sure you will. Hey Freeze, how you doing, man? You still at work? Yeah, you're right, Jack. I definitely can't eat more curb at a Ascari. Gave me about 3/10 there. Too aggressive on the mid-corner throttle again there. Really just not finding consistency today. I'm getting the odd decent lap. Catch up with the chat. You're fine. Weather is great. Sales are fine, and I could call it a day already. Good for you, man. How are my Islanders? Doing good. Unfortunately, weather is not fine here today. It's misty, cloudy, and 80% chance of rainfall. But we've had a few good sunny days after 6 weeks of pretty much constant rain, so it's not all bad. How's Wolfie, guys? Anyone heard from him? I've had the odd message with him just during the week, only about like one a day. He's just absolutely swamped with work at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of him before the weekend's out. Freeze, I do have a stream planned for tomorrow. League racing, I'm not gonna lie, I am intrigued by it. I am. It could be an interesting way to get some diversity in the content on the stream. The only thing that I'd be a little scared of with league racing is I get almost all of my viewers through streaming daily races, and people who I'm racing against joining into the stream afterwards. And when I do things like league racing and even coaching sessions, I kind of narrowed the pool of viewers for the stream. So I would be very interested on doing league racing on the stream, but maybe it's just a little early yet. I have a very strict timetable for myself in terms of what level of subscribers I need to be by what stage if I'm going to continue with this channel. So it's really important in this early stage that I focus on what I feel at least will lead me to the biggest subscriber count. But yeah, 90 minutes at Yas Marina. I do like Yas Marina. But unfortunately, no. I think I'm gonna skip for the moment. But maybe 3 months from now, I might be interested in it if the channel growth supports it. It would get me some, but I don't believe it will get me enough. But yeah, talk to me about it. Give me details on it. If I feel that it's something that my channel could potentially grow with, I'd be interested. Freeze. Oh, I thought you sold ice cubes. Chemical products like lubricants, adhesives. Basically anything a garage needs. A roofer or whatever. Cool. Alright, back to it. Do you get to work from home, Freeze, or are you office based? Yeah, that's not great. And it's not even just the average viewer count, it's the new viewer count or unique viewer count is the one that I care about the most. Sorry to get all business technical with you on the stream. What you getting for lunch, Freeze? Fish cake sandwich. Season finale 2. What kind of tire wear do you run? Like how many kind of pits are needed? And what does that give you then? You 2-3 pits per race kind of thing? Probably more actually. I've no idea because I've never raced for that long at all. Longest race I've ever done is just single player in this, the Spa 60 minutes. Hmm. 2 to 3 stops. Okay. Is that a penalty? Probably. Okay. Yeah, freeze do. Jack probably hasn't seen it yet. Oof. I am definitely... It feels like regression, but I know what's going to happen now. I'm going to take the rest of the day away from the game, and then I'll probably pop on for about 30 minutes tonight, and everything I'll have worked on here will have locked into muscle memory. Maybe I might need to sleep in it. Might be a bit of a tomorrow morning thing. Yeah, it's unusual for me to have set a quali pace so early in the week and not be able to top it after the effort I've given so far. It really was just one lucky lap that I had. Yeah, so maybe a bit more short shifting. Like, to be honest though, that's only, like, you're talking kind of tenths there. Oh, sorry, you're talking hundredths there, not tenths. As I have gone back and forth between the short shifting and the over revving today. It hasn't made a huge difference on the straights, just a little bit. Just racking on a penalty for that again. Quite a lot, to be honest. If you get Ghost up and short shift, it does make up time. Yeah, let's bring the Ghost back. Yeah, I'm just not cracking under 150.5 today. Gear indicator square is a great indicator. Use the end of it as the visual reference point. I don't look at it at all. I'm only listening to the engine. I can't look at my tack. I never have. It's a completely sound-based thing for me. Second chicane in third. No, not in third. Shifting to third while going over it. That's basically what every single person is doing on the replays. Yeah, there have been 3 top 10 times I've looked at in depth now, and they shift to third as they hit the first curb, or as they go over it. shift down as much as I did there, but here we are. Yeah, just stupidly shifted down to second there. So let's see. Gear indicator square is a great indicator. Cool. Section, yeah, meant that. Yep, cool. Hunty Plays, how you doing, buddy? Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, it's nuts. I think somebody in the Subaru got under 148 yesterday as well. Ay, ay, ay. I think I'm just turning a bit too early. Giving me a bad line on that curb. Okay, 151 again. As you can see, still a good bit of time to be found in those two corners. I think that was 2/10 there. Still a good bit of time to be found there as well. How am I doing? Race B has been a nightmare for you on T-Plays. Yeah, it's been up and down for me as well. Quite a incident heavy race, alright. Braking just that millimeter too late for that one still. Top guy is cutting away more curb on the second right-hander and he eats sausages in the fast chicane. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's one of those things right now where I know what the right line is, and me missing it is more a skill issue as opposed to me not trying it. You'll get there. It's taking me a week just to get the lap time I got. What lap time do you have at the moment, Hunty? Second gear before stomping on the gas. Curious to see how it worked for you after the first chicane. No, that's freeze. I've gone back and forth on that 20 times already. I know what the fastest thing for me there is. I'm following Ance's lead on that one. That's what I'm meant to do. Lost a lot of time there. .49.6, wow. watch Tidgeney's video in practice. I did watch Tidgeney's video at the start of the week and was even following his ghost for the first portion of it, but yeah, just can't string it together. Yeah, let me know how you get on, Freeze. I'm struggling so much with the penalty there. It just sometimes it gives it to me, sometimes it doesn't. I really don't see, like, I know when it's happening. I just don't know what is separating the times where it doesn't happen from the ones where it does. One of those fast in, slow outs. Just a smidge late in the break. Just too... I don't even think I'm too late in the break there because the ghost is pulling away from me. I just need a better turn-in point. I have been using the 50, but it always feels too late then. So I'll be making a liar out of the thumbnail and race title. I'm going to be sticking to quali for all of this session. I want to give it another 20 minutes here now. I feel like I'm on the cusp of progress. penalty. It's too far over on the second sausage. Gonna call it a day in work. Good for you, man. Enjoy. Push too hard there. No! That felt good. But it was well within limits there as well. Goal for today, beat Puka's time. Yeah, go for it, dude. Even I'd like to beat Puka's time today. Oh, that was definitely a penalty. Okay, I'm getting very close to finishing time here. Just gonna take a quick reset. So everything about me is quite tired right now. It's an unusual amount of kilometers for me to have covered in 3 hours. Whew. You're partating this track too, yeah. Definitely a bit. Yeah, it's a tough enough thing going from the late night session straight into these morning sessions. Particularly if I don't get a great night's sleep in between, I'm definitely feeling a bit more fatigued than usual. But as I said, I think this all stands to me. May not be doing the muscle memory for the exact right things, but I'm getting more and more and more familiar with the MONZA layout. I'll probably be dreaming about it tonight. It's so imprinted in my brain after 400 kilometers. Just gonna take a 2-minute breather here. Then I'm gonna spend 5 laps seeing what I can do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave the ghost on as well. I think it's serving me well. Ooh, did you hear that one? Nice crack of the neck. Okay. Here we go. not sure how I'm going to top that. There we go, there's some time right away. Okay folks, I think I need to leave it there. Just not getting under 150.5 today, but very good, very tough session. Really put the hours in the chair this morning, so thankful for that, and thankful to all of you for watching and commenting at this hour of the morning. You really make these sessions worthwhile for me. Sorry for making a liar out of the title and thumbnail. I did think I was going to get to at least 2 or 3 daily races today, but you know, I'm back again racing tomorrow night. I'm back again racing on Sunday. So I just wanted to take one more stab at being competitive in quali. But anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm Clark. This is Puka GT. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you tomorrow at 8 PM GMT. See you then.